Hi, this is Alan Gassman, and it's hard to believe that it's already Monday, October 1st, the first Monday of the month, and time for our Clearwater Bar Lunch Talk. And I want to welcome Judith Equels here. She is the LOMAS director, and she has a lot of really good information to give you. But first, I'm going to just remind you, Karen France asked us to mention that Lunch Talk is moderated by us, so if you have any complaints, send them to us, and if you have any questions today, send them to us. Janine, Janine, at gassmanpa.com, or call 442-1200, extension 3 if you're having any difficulties or you have any questions. Also, please mark your calendar for upcoming shows, and let Karen know that we showed her picture. Now, page 2, November 5th, the next Lunch Talk, what lawyers need to know about surveys, and this is for legal assistants also, and just about anyone who really wants to know how a real estate survey works and what to do to make sure they're done right. December 3rd, how to create $1 million image with your website by a very interesting guy named John Graydon. That will be very entertaining and very informational. And then January 7th, accelerating law teamwork with interesting tools you can use immediately, with Shannon Waller of Strategic Coach. That also, I promise you, will be an extremely good presentation that you're going to want everyone on your team to watch. Now, page 4, the upcoming 444 continuing education shows. October 25th, the Ethics Hour with Joe Korsmeyer, what lawyers need to know to avoid malpractice claims and ethical issues. January 24th, real estate tax laws. February 18th, what real estate attorneys don't tell the other attorneys, what to know to stay out of trouble. And March 28th, Divorce Law 101 for lawyers and CPAs. So please plan to join us for one or more of those. You can sign up on the Clearwater Bar website. And we thank you for all your support. There's a $30 charge for the 444 show, and that goes directly to Karen France's Jaguar Fund. So please sign up as many people as you can. Okay, Judith, I'm going to go ahead and introduce you here. And you have quite a list of accomplishments, don't you?
Thank you.
Do you want to tell us just a little bit about what you do for the Florida Bar and what we need to know about the program you're going to be talking about?
I'm going to be talking about the Law Office Management Assistant Service program here at the Florida Bar. I am the director. This is the oldest program at the bar, and we have a lot to offer our members. We are not lawyers. We are former law firm administrators. And I can carry on there from go on to my next slide.
Yeah, please do. Tell us more.
Okay. A lot of people believe, a lot of our members believe that LOMAS is part of the legal division. We are not. We are a part of member services. So we are housed within the division that provides CLE, publications, and member benefits. Our primary mission when LOMAS was established back in 1980 was to help keep lawyers out of trouble by providing law practice management education and trends, information on best practices. LOMAS is the example to the 35 other law office management bar programs around the country and in Canada. We currently have 2 practice management advisors, and we try to reach as many members as possible, and we do that through a lot of activities, most of them web-based. Our outreach activities are, kind of wide. I mean, they're varied, but the Florida Bar has 90,000 plus members now. When I joined the bar as with the LOMAS program back in 2000, there were 67,000 members. We managed to connect with over 1/3 of the membership each year. We do this through telephone and email consultations. These are usually the people that are contacting us, our members, and their staff who need an immediate or at least an answer within 24 hours. We receive over 10,000 of these telephones calls and emails. We answer those. The most important to us are what we call, our acronym is SOYO, which is starting on your own. If an attorney calls and says, I'm going to be starting my own practice, they get priority treatment. The next thing that we started doing, we started this in 2009. With just the two of us in the program, we realized that we weren't going to be able to be in person as often as we'd like to. And so we embarked on an effort to create free, online, on-demand CLE presentations on various topics in law practice management. All of these have been approved for CLE hours. These topics can be found under the CLE tab, and then hit law practice management as the topic on the bar's website, and you can start to see some of the seminars that we have, including Lawyer as Employer, what lawyers need to know to keep themselves out of trouble with labor and employment laws, the ABCs of starting and managing your law practice. That program is rather long, and but again, these are free to download. Then going with the ABCs of starting and managing your practice are financial management for the non-financial professional. Many lawyers, after 7 years or more of college, find that perhaps they don't have any formal education in financial management. It wasn't a recommended area of study when preparing for law school. So we take about 90 minutes and just go through the financial management skills needed for managing a small law firm. We go over the reporting and internal controls. The next one that goes with that is a marketing program on how to build a small firm marketing program, how to develop a technology plan for the law firm, and also how to develop the business plan. All of these, as you can tell from these topics, they all tie in together to help the lawyer manage their law firm better. We also have a series of seminars concerning the rules of judicial administration that affect law practice management, including redaction, foreclosure litigation, the digital accessibility requirement of e-filed court documents, and another course on e-filing, and then one on e-service. So we keep producing. We're soon going to have one about working in the cloud. We do a recorded presentation to the Young Lawyers Division, Practicing with Professionalism, and we also appear at Professional Enhancement School in person, and we also still visit our law schools. And we also do on-site consultations that are voluntary or directed to help lawyers stay out of trouble. We continue to upload a tremendous amount of information on our website, and I'll be talking about that a little more. And our newest addition, I suppose, would be our Career Center, and we're very proud of the Career Center. We rolled this out in October of 2009, about the same time we started producing the free CLE seminars. This is a free service to job seekers, and there's discount pricing to bar members. The person who's listing a job, the company or law firm, has a choice on how much exposure they want. We have at least over 1,000 employers registered from government, corporate, private law firms, and there's no filler at the Florida Bar Career Center. Absolutely no filler. So when a person is looking for a particular type of job, they're not going to get a lot of the garbage that comes with it that you might see on a more ubiquitous website like Monster or Career Builder. And any questions about that, we're real happy to help you with. We also do a lot of technology consulting. Technology is introduced at such a rapid pace we try to keep our members, thinking leading edge and not going to bleeding edge. And to do that, we share with our members how to develop an RFP, how to vet this all this software that's out there, and in essence, in short, how to build a technology plan so that we know how many dollars we have to invest. We know what tools we need so that we're not buying willy-nilly, how to search for a local integrator. We go over the companies that produce these software programs, on how stable the companies are, what kind of service they provide. We talk about the value of a rotation protocol. Lawyers have a tendency to buy their equipment, and when you buy it, you keep it too long rather than lease it. How to obtain ongoing training as well as initial training, and I guess the most important thing is how to manage the technology. The younger lawyers are certainly more proficient at using it, but all lawyers need help with managing the technology because, again, after all of those years of formal education, it wasn't in the IT area.
So what are the most common mistakes or questions that you see in the IT area that most lawyers might want to know about? You must see the same type of mistakes and problems over and over again.
Probably the most common is not knowing what the software does, not knowing what kind of software is available to lawyers, and so therefore someone, for instance, may call and say, hey, do you think PC Law is a good case management system? And I'll say, well, no, because PC Law is not a case management system. It's a bookkeeping system. It's an accounting system. It doesn't do case management. Someone will say, well, do you think ProDocs is a good case management system? No, because ProDocs is not a case management system. ProDocs is a document assembly system and a document management system, but it's not a case management system. So, can Amicus Attorney do my billing for me? No, because it is a case management system, but it's not a financial management system. So we help the lawyers build a suite of systems that work together so that we don't have a silo situation going where the lawyer has independent databases that all have to be independently maintained. We talk about how to create a software suite that is integrated of document assembly, document management, financial management, and case management.
Wow. So if I wanted that type of advice from my law firm, I would just call LOMAS, I make an appointment, or how exactly does it work?
You would call or email us and ask for an appointment, for a telephone conference, or we can do it over a series of emails. But usually a telephone conference works best so that we're able to kick the ball around. We also can show the lawyer where to find resources. Many lawyers are unaware of the American Bar Association's Legal Technology Resource Center. Most of that information is available to non-members. We, can kick the ball around and talk about the budget that the law firm has. We can talk about, many lawyers wish to stay in cloud computing. They want to go into the cloud, and we talk about where that's at this point in time, where it is and where it's not. So technology is comprising 6 to 15% of a lawyer's, gross revenues.
Wow.
And so it's very important that, they spend that money wisely. These are just some screenshots of the LOMAS website. We have been pushing more and more information to the LOMAS site so that, everyone can access it. So we start with, there's the link to our Career Center, Find Legal Jobs. And we, talk about what the program is. We have a few frequently asked questions. We would like to have more frequently asked questions, but believe it or not, I can be asked the same trust accounting questions 100 times, but each time it's just a little different. It's just a little bit of a twist so that I can't really genericize it into a FAQ. When we talk about our on-site consultations and technology consulting, we talk about other resources we have, and then we have kind of a hot area of news. Right now, if you were to go live to the LOMAS website, you would see we have set up a resource center for e-filing and e-service. We have a few materials and publications for sale, but not many. Most of our stuff is free. We also offer a discount code to Florida Bar members for ABA publications, which is 15%, and that's just a pass-through. We have an administrative forms handbook. It's about 110 or so forms in this manual. That, again, is free to download, so that we have everything for, say, a lawyer wanting to start up their firm. We have sample partnership agreement, buy-sale bylaws, and other structure and governance documents, and sample fee agreements, engagement letters, non-engagement, disengagement letters. We have sample personnel forms and the like. We have some checklists. We have other checklists available. Again, what you see here on our website is really the tip of the iceberg. LOMAS has been here for 30 years. And so we have a lot of material and a lot of information in law practice management, believe it or not, does not get old. So we do have a checklist for starting the practice and dissolving the practice. We have checklists available for merging, for lateral movements, and other information like that. Then as you move through the LOMAS pages, you get to kind of our resource center, and that includes just a topical, disaster management, et cetera, records management, general practice management, trust accounting, and that. We also have a link to all of our counterparts in the other state bars and provincial bars. So we call that the PMA tips and pipes, and so everyone, all 35 or so of us, are uploading tips and best practices in technology and law practice management. So that link is on our webpage as well. The most important thing is being able to convince the lawyer to call us. That's the hardest thing. We can offer all the resources in the world, but if the lawyer won't come to our website and the lawyer won't call us, we can't help them. So I really thank you for inviting us today.
Sure. No problem. Thanks so much for being here for us.
Also, what LOMAS can provide to callers is that often they're not sure where in the bar to call. They need something, but they're not sure who's in charge of it. So we encourage the lawyers just to call LOMAS, and we'll help them navigate the various offices within the bar.
Now, what does LOMAS charge for, and what does LOMAS not charge for?
We charge for a formal consultation that is going to take up several hours of our time, and if that's requested, we usually do that by telephone or video conference. The charge is variable, but if they need, say, 4 hours of consultation, we charge about $750, and there's a little work that has to be done before that consultation. We have to ask some questions and get some background information so that we're prepared when we finally do sit down for the consultation. So it's not off the cuff. If it's a directed consultation, those we still do in person, where we get on an airplane or we get in a car and we go to the lawyer's office because we've been ordered to, or the lawyer is, there might be some trouble, and so the lawyer is making a preemptive strike and calling us and saying, "Go, I need you to come in. There's been some trouble." And so that we charge, and that's prescribed by lawyer regulation, part of the fee that they charge. So it's still pretty low cost because it includes all the travel.
So I could take all the mess of different software and hardware programs I have going on in our office, and for less than $1,000 get a good objective viewpoint and some advice from a team of people who are doing this all day long every day, right?
Yes, you could. Yes, you
and
could.
You don't have any conflict of interest because you're not going to earn any money selling me things I don't need or things that might work.
Yeah, that's right. Some of our counterparts, by the way, are licensed resellers in other state bars. We don't do that here. We don't sell anything. We don't endorse anything. We are purely a second opinion. Because
and what a great resource you must be for software and hardware personnel who do some law offices but not a lot.
It's true because you know, someone calls me and they say, well, they have a tax practice. Well, the kind of software they might want is very different from what someone who's doing personal injury.
Yeah, yeah. Well, wow. Well, hats off to you for everything you've been able to organize and everything you guys produce. I had no idea that it was so comprehensive and that you handled all the complexities of all these different systems that we are using or that are using us, depending on how you look at them.
Well, sometimes the lawyer can stump the chump with us and ask us a question that we don't know, and then we go find out. A lawyer called the other day and asked me about a case management system that I had not tried. And so I stopped and went and looked at it, and then I called out to my network. Both of us are also members of the Association of Legal Administrators. So I access the 650 ALA members in the state and say, can you tell me about this software? And so we have a network. Most of the time, we are able to help. Sometimes someone will call with something that stumps us, and we'll do the research.
Yeah, I'll give an example. I tried DragonSpeak about 4 years ago, and I was tripping all over it, and it wasn't useful for me.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody said, oh, no, you need to try it again. And I said, I'm sure it's not going to be any better. Well, my gosh, it was fully trained in 10 minutes, and it really hardly misses a word. It's just, how the technology will leapfrog. It's really interesting how things that didn't work 3 years ago work great today.
Boy, that's the truth. That sure is. Just you can look at the cloud computing software from where it was 5 years ago to what it is today.
So you're pretty comfortable with the cloud?
Somewhat. We there is some good software out there, and more of the big boys are moving into the cloud. Westlaw's Pro Law is getting ready to offer a cloud version, and LexisNexis already has with its program Firm Manager. And Clio has remained very strong.
Wow. Okay, well, we're at the end of our time, so we can't thank you enough, not only for your presentation today, but for everything you and the LOMAS team is doing